Today in Washington, a lot of Republicans in Congress had a lot of pointed questions for the Obama administration about what happened that night, the night in Benghazi, Libya, on September 11th of this year, 4 weeks ago now, when a sudden and ferocious attack took the lives of our U.S. ambassador and at the American consulate there, along with 3 other Americans. Our report tonight from our chief foreign affairs correspondent, Andrea Mitchell.
The Benghazi tragedy sparked a political firestorm in Congress after 2 former security officers from the mission said their prior requests for help were either turned down or ignored.
We were fighting a losing battle. We couldn't even keep what we had. We were not even allowed to keep what we had.
It was abundantly clear we were not going to get resources until the aftermath of an incident.
Republicans repeatedly accused the State Department of lying by initially blaming the attack on protests over an anti-Muslim video.
There was no protest, and cameras reveal that.
This was never about a video. It was never spontaneous. This is terror. And I want to know why we were lied to.
Their chief complaint, this comment on Meet the Press from UN Ambassador Susan Rice 5 days after the attack.
Our current assessment is that what happened in Benghazi was in fact initially a spontaneous reaction to what had just transpired hours before in Cairo.
In fact, hours before the hearing, the State Department for the first time acknowledged there never was a protest. All was quiet until 9:40 that night, they said, when all hell broke loose. Dozens of heavily armed men stormed the compound. Security agents rushed Ambassador Chris Stevens to a bunker inside his residence. The attackers sprayed diesel fuel, igniting the building. Unable to see or breathe through heavy smoke, the ambassador and 1 bodyguard tried to escape through a bathroom window. The agent got out, but then lost Stevens in the thick black smoke. His body turned up hours later in a hospital. The staff there identified him only after they dialed numbers on his cell phone.
I had not seen an attack of such ferocity and intensity previously in Libya, nor in my time with the Diplomatic Security Service.
Today, the White House acknowledged mistakes.
There is no question that when 4 American personnel are killed in an attack on a diplomatic facility, that the security there was not adequate.
Mitt Romney today again mentioned a casual meeting 2 years ago with Glenn Doherty, one of the former Navy SEALs killed in the attack.
I met some wonderful people. One was a former Navy SEAL, and Glenn Doherty.
Later, the campaign said he would not mention it again, after Doherty's mother said, quote, "He shouldn't make my son's death part of his political agenda." Tonight, the Romney campaign accused the administration of misleading the American people and demanded straight answers. The White House said it is trying to find answers, with both the FBI and the State Department Review Board now both investigating what went wrong. Brian?
Andrea Mitchell in our D.C. bureau for us tonight. Andrea, thanks.